Good morning, everyone. This is Recie Myers coming to you live.
Good morning, and I'm Roland.
Yes, I'm better known as Recie by my friends. And this morning I was listening to a presentation done by Ray Higdon, and he was talking about, stepping it up, and think big and it's time to do big things. Good morning, Rolita. Good morning. And so I thought I'm going to share some of the things that I learned from him. There's a lot of things that stop us from moving forward, but the two main ones are fear and he says resistance. Fear, you want to say what you're going to say about fear?
Yeah, he said that, first of all, fear is not real, fear is not a trait, and also fear is not genetic.
Yeah, because so some people, I'm just too shy. I can't do this and I can't do that. And granted, we do feel those effects of fear, but he gave 3 tips. He says, 1, to be able to move past that fear, you have to look at yourself, see yourself. What do you do when you are fear? You're sitting by your computer. You need to maybe pick up the phone and the phone is just heavy and you find yourself doing other things. Maybe you breathing hard or you find excuses. You go and do something else. Before you know it, the time gets away. So you start procrastinating. So he says, find out what is it that you're doing and then think about your why. If your why is way bigger than that fear, you owe it to yourself to move beyond that. So the second thing he says, get sick and tired. Sick and tired. I said I was going to do that yesterday, and here it is today, and I didn't do it. Get sick and tired, because that kind of puts a little bit of into you and make you move forward. Right? And 3, he says to attack your fear. Attack it. He said when sometime earlier in his career, before he became big and popular and whatever, he was terrified to speak to a group of 5 people in his company. He was supposed to do a presentation, and it took him several days just thinking about it, and he just lost sleep over it. He got sick and tired, and when he went to do the presentation, he thought he did poorly, but he said, this is ridiculous. So he enrolled into a class, a Toastmasters class. He also took a college course on public speaking, and then he forced himself to now exchange and engage with his team to share with them things that he already knew. So, there are things that you can do. You get frustrated with yourself. You just get sick and tired. I'm going to do this. And I get some distractions here. Yeah, so that really spoke to me this morning.
Yeah, so in other words, he immersed himself
Yes.
in what he perceived to be fear. And a lot of times, I think that if you're not used to doing something or you feel uncomfortable doing it, that's where that fear comes from.
And that means you have to do more of that thing.
Right, to get comfortable.
He said some people are afraid of rejection. Okay, so the person says no. So if you're afraid of making phone calls, he says get a telemarketing job. Or, commit to maybe making 100 phone calls that day, in that day. And in between, if you work another full-time job, then in between, when you have a break here or there, get on the phone and make calls. Hi, good morning. Hi, Tina. Glad that you're joining me. We're so immersed in what we're talking about. Forgot to look up.
And Rolita's here too.
Rolita, thank you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Listen, if you're catching the replay, be sure to tell us where you're tuning in from. And even if you're not, tell us where you're tuning in from, and also write replay. All right. What else did he say? He says resistance, though, is not as blatant as fear. It's a little bit more subtle because you kind of it's not wanting to do it. And he says fear and resistance are 2 of the big killers for anyone's business. And it paralyzes you. And if you just stay and dwell on this and think, oh, well, it's in my genes, and, when I was this, when I was younger, this happened. No, you have to kick all that stuff to the curb and step out of your shy, withdrawn self. The bugs always seem to attack me when I come out here. He also said, it's time for you to step up. He says the market needs passionate people. You know, too many people who are just not crushing their fears and breaking through. And so it's time to do that. Good morning. Is that Adriel? Hey, good morning, Adriel. Yes. So this is what I was listening to this morning. He says if you are afraid of success, it's time to get around people who are successful, you know, and you'll find out they're just regular people, right? They do the same thing. Oh, wait, I can say hello, Herlin. I can wave. Yes. So whatever your fear is, you have to attack it because basically it's not real. You know, we conjure up things in our minds and make it into a monster and scare ourselves. And
I like to think of it as a chain. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So we can't have any weak links. And I think that's what I get from it. So whatever your fear is, you need to embrace it and overcome it.
Overcome it. Yes. Yeah. He said that people would say, "Oh, you're such a natural. You speak so well." And he said, it started off. It didn't start off that way. He overcame the fear, and we all have them. We have to overcome it. Now, I can share for me when I first started doing Facebook Lives. I was afraid of the camera. I could not bring myself to be in front of the camera. I did one live, and it was rolling on myself, and I felt confident because he was beside me. But to do it on my own, I just couldn't. And that was that saying by Tony Robbins. I think Tony Robbins said, if you can't, you must. So if you can't do something, that means you must overcome it, whatever it is it takes to do that.
I can honestly say you definitely look a lot more comfortable now. And I think it's because of the practice, that 1 year challenge.
Yes. Oh, it wasn't a year. No, that was just 21 days because it takes 21 days to form a habit.
But you went a whole year.
Well, I did do it for a whole year. Yeah, I sure did for a whole year. And if you stop, you know, sometimes you can, if you stop doing something, fear can come back, and you have to keep doing something to push it back and overcome that fear. So that's what we have for you today. Somewhere in this link, I have, not link, somewhere in the description, I do have a link to 10-day free trial, a professional trial for MLSP, this awesome company that helps you to brand yourself. And especially if you're a business owner and you may be working for another a marketing company where you're really just promoting that company and not yourself, you promoting their products, you may want to look into learning how to brand you, you know, and not the company's product. So I have a free, well, not a free, it's a $10 professional membership for 10 days. You get to come in, look around, you get to see things, and at the end of 10 days, then the regular membership is, I think, like $149. Anyway, so I have that there for you if you'd like to take advantage of that. And if you're catching the replay, you know, share this out, because even though the message may not be for you, it might be for someone that you do know who is contemplating starting a business. And it's great to start a business, but start it the right way, where you have the support that you need, where you're being trained by the expert, those who have already gone through this and are already successful 7, 8, 9-figure earners. All right, so that's what we have for you today. Roland and I come to you every day, Monday through Friday at 8 o'clock. So be blessed. Oh, I think I may have skipped something. Let me just back up and see. All right. Yes, good morning, Adriel. I mentioned you. Oh, good morning, Daniel. I didn't get to wave to you this morning. And let's see, did I miss anyone? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Is that Harry? Is it? Okay, there we go. Oh, good morning, Omar. Asking me to bring you on, but we didn't. I could wave to you, and my. I don't know. We'll pull this up a little bit. My selfie stick broke yesterday, so I'm. Good morning, Ellen. Good morning. Glad that you can join me this morning. And Rolita, listen. You make today powerful. Make it awesome, and step it up.
And overcome that fear.
Overcome fear. And be blessed. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.